Entries for the 28th edition of the South African Music Awards close at the end of this month. Musicians and artists that are eligible for a SAMA nomination must have released work from February 2021 to January 31st this year. But it's still not clear if this gala event will take place in person this year after the two virtual sessions, or after it went virtual, I beg your pardon, 2 years ago. Let's get your sense of what else you need to know. SAMA spokesperson is Lesley Mofokeng, who joins us now via our video link. And Lesley, it's great to have you on the program. Thanks very much indeed for making time. Understandably, the COVID situation is always fluid. What are you able to tell us about the plans being put in place to hold the SAMAs this year?
Good morning, Ayanda, and good morning to all the viewers of Newzroom Afrika. It's a pleasure to be on your station this morning. You put it very well when you say that it's fluid. It is a moving target. Our wish is to have an in-person event. It's great for the industry. It's great for the morale of our artists. And it's just better to party, human to human, more than just virtual. Our wish is to go to back to those days. But as you say, it is a moving target. We are listening to what the government is saying. We are listening to the scientists and the experts who will tell us in terms of rules, in terms of social distancing, in terms of protocols of COVID-19. It's hard for us to predict what the state would be around May or June 2022. We can just remain hopeful and wish that the industry gets together and celebrates under one roof.
Yeah, absolutely. The difficulty, of course, is that the Grammys, I think, had to be shelved this year because of concerns around COVID-19. We are yet to see an example, if you like, of how you can hold an annual gala of this scale during a global health crisis.
Yeah, that's been the challenge. It's been 2 years of the SAMAs going virtual. We've had some successes. We've had lots of lessons to learn in that process. I mean, just last week, if not early this week, the Golden Globes took place in America, and they were also virtual, no audience. Some people say that it could have been sent out on an email, the list of winners. So everyone is really trying out things, and we're trying to see what can work for us, what's not going to work. We're learning, as I say, it's a moving target. But we embrace the situation that we're in. We are proud that for the past 2 years, the SAMAs actually took place at the end of the day, whether virtual or in person. It was virtual, but they took place. We managed to honor our artists who've managed to keep us sane and keep us company during the most difficult times of COVID and lockdown restrictions that kept us locked up in our homes alone. And music was the company that kept us sane. So it's very important for us to keep the spirit of the SAMA going. And we celebrate that.
Yeah, let's speak about the business of the SAMAs then. In the past, there's always been questions around how finalists at the very least are chosen. I understand there are some awards, probably Song of the Year and Video of the Year, that have public participation, but everything else doesn't.
Absolutely. The SAMAs, I always say that the SAMAs are the most fair of the music awards that we have in this country, in that you don't have to be famous, you don't have to have a hit, you don't have to have radio airplay, you just have to have your music out. We judge the body of work that you submit. It's all about merit. It's all about what you present to us and not what you've achieved outside of releasing the music. So all the other categories in the SAMAs, almost 40 of them, are album categories, and we honor musicians from different genres, and they submit. The opening or the entries are open now for submission until the end of this month. So after that, we've got a panel of music industry experts who will now go through the entries and sort of validate and see if they are in the right categories. And then after that, go straight to our judges, who will then score our entries. And this is based on a formula that really celebrates creativity and production values and those kind of things, and not popularity. At the end of the day, you find a musician with 1 million followers on social media gets judged the same way as the other artist with about 10 followers on social media. So it's fair when it gets to that point. And as you rightfully point out, there are categories that are public voted, and that's Record of the Year, which is popularly known as Song of the Year. It's actually Record of the Year, as well as Music Video of the Year, and the one that we introduced last year, which is Artist of the Year. Those are really dependent on public votes and popularity. But overall, the Summers really celebrates the artistry, the creativity, and the talent.
Yeah, Lesley, as briefly as you can, you speak about the Summers being fair. My understanding is that you need to pay to get an entry. Surely that's a barrier to entry?
It's not. If you're a member of RISA and your levies are up to date, you get a huge discount, really a big discount. And there's lots of benefits of being a RISA member and being a practicing musician in South Africa. We encourage our musicians to take part and register for bodies like RISA. So you get a huge discount when you're a member. If you're not a member, yes, the amount gets increased. But at the end of the day, when you look at what you get out of a summer, how your career can be boosted and you can shoot to the stars by winning a summer. Out of nowhere, you become this huge personality in the music industry because you've got the backing of the summer. Money is not really a concern. It should not be.
All right. Something tells me that's your opinion, but very well. Lesley Mofokeng, spokesperson of the South African Music Awards. Once again, thanks very much indeed.